one of the top mixed martial arts companies in the world, is based right here in St. Louis, Missouri.
A quick touch of the gloves.
Big shot.
It's Shamrock Fighting Championships. It's not just a night of fights. It's a heart-pounding, fan-friendly, unforgettable experience. It's Shamrock Fighting Championships.
Back at it here inside the cage. Now, it's time for story time with Adam Sullivan. This sport is dangerous, and people don't get that. As Adam mentioned earlier, he had a bad cut on his head. I was actually his cut man for that fight back in the day. But there was a lot more that happened that maybe a lot of people don't know behind the scenes of that fight. So kind of take them through what was happening, who the opponent was, and kind of how it all went down.
So what had happened, you say, yes, I'll fight. Another man says, yes, I'll fight. Cool. Weigh in, this, that, and the other. I fought Lucas Gwaltney. So Luke is known for being a gritty, grindy, just a gamer. He's tough. He's going to come out. He's going to fight.
He's also kind of a smack talker. Always the
yeah.
between
So here's the thing, though, is when you see Luke outside the cage, as nice as he can
right.
be, door closes, he just starts talking to you, and you almost feel like, what are you doing? I just hit you with 17 punches in the face, and you're just laughing. So the fight starts. We start, and right away Luke throws a kick to my body over here, and it hit me. And I was actually, let me backtrack. I got the cut with an elbow, no big deal.
And it was bad.
Blood's coming, but that's not.
But it was a good one. But yeah,
we know that part. So the thing that nobody knows is he threw a kick and it hit me right here about maybe 2.5 minutes into the round. And I felt it, but I didn't really feel it. So we keep fighting this, that, and the other. Go into the corner for between rounds 1 and 2. And the problem is I couldn't catch my breath.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I remember it. You had a hard time breathing.
Now here's the thing. Everybody thought I was freaking out because I'd never been cut before and I had a massive gash on my forehead. I didn't care about that. I couldn't catch my breath, and I was I thought, oh my gosh, I've trained so hard. I'm in really good shape. There's no way I'm getting tired now. Right. We go out for the second round. We fight the whole second round. The cut comes back open, no big deal. And I cannot catch my breath. So we end the second round on the ground, and it takes me a second to get up, and my corner's telling me, calm down, man, calm down. You gotta get it together. And I'm like, I just can't catch my breath. We fight the third round. At the end of the third round, Luke actually got the win and finished me. Good job by him. Nothing.
It still is known as one of the best fights in St. Louis has ever seen.
And I like that. But it's not taking nothing away from him because I didn't know anything was wrong with me. So the fight's over. He wins. Great job. We go in the back. He sees a doctor. I see a doctor. I get on oxygen because I still can't catch my breath. And I'm sitting there, and they're like, "Hey, you need to go to the hospital, get your head fixed." And I'm like, "Okay," and I kind of calm down, get my breath back a little bit, and I'm just like, "Man, something is just not right." So I walked to the truck. My best friend C. Riley took me to the hospital, cornered me, all that. We go to the hospital, and him and we're fun, flirty guys, so we're talking to the nurses, the doctors, cutting it up, having a good time. And they asked me, hey, is there anything wrong with you? Anything else hurt? You want to take a look at it? I'm like, I'm kind of sore over here. Go get an x-ray. And we're having a good time. Mm-hmm. And the doctor comes in and she's very serious. And she says, hey, you have a pneumothorax. And I'm like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I dropped out of medical school. So I was like, what does that mean? And she said, your lung collapsed. We have to put a chest tube in right now. Yeah. So I'm like, what? So they get C out of the room. They get all these other nurses out of the room. And it's like serious time. So, put a chest tube in. I spent 9 days in the hospital. Luke actually came and visited me. So it was kind of weird, but cool. And, so that's the part of the sport a lot of people don't know is how serious something can be. Granted, that was kind of a rare freak thing.
But it is. It can be dangerous. And, hats off to you that, because, I came and visited you in the hospital, and it was a scary situation for all of us who were in your corner.
Yeah, it was. You got to think, though, like, we talked about Anthony Garrett not getting up because he was tired. I had a collapsed lung on one lung I was getting up. So, you got to have a little heart. You got to, you got to be tough, this, that, and the other. But I didn't think anything was wrong with you. I was more disappointed because I thought I was out of shape.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that is not the case.
A tough one. It was a great fight, though. Check it out on YouTube. Go see it. Adam Sullivan versus Lucas Gwaltney. But coming up next, we are going to get into the main card of Shamrock FC 320. We'll be right back right after this.
Hi, I'm Jesse Finney, president and owner of Shamrock Fighting Championships. Without you, the fans, we could not do what we have done for the last 20 years. I just want to say thank you.
Thank you to all the Shamrock FC fans. Without you guys, we couldn't be doing what we're doing.
Thank you to all the Shamrock FC fans.
Thanks to all the Shamrock fans for coming out. You've supported me for 12 years. 12 more, let's do it.
Thank you so much to all the Shamrock FC fans. I really appreciate you.
Thank you all the Shamrock fans for the support.
Gracias a los fanáticos de FC Shamrock por el soporte.
Thank you to all the Shamrock FC fans here in Kansas City.
Thank you to all the support, all the fans of Shamrock FC.
Every time we come out to fight, you guys are always there. It's always loud. Thank you.
Thank you to all the Shamrock fans.
Thank you, Shamrock FC fight fans. We wouldn't be here without you.
Thank you to all the Shamrock FC fans for always coming out and supporting.
Thank you to all the Shamrock fans.
I'm Jeremy Johnson, television commentator for Shamrock FC, and we just want to say a big thank you to all the fans out there for everything that you do. We couldn't do this business without you. Back at it inside the cage, Jeremy Johnson along with Adam Sulla, and we are talking the main card here for Shamrock FC 320. Don't forget, tickets are still available. Get those by going to shamrockfcstore.com. Also, remember to join us for the weigh-ins at Ameristar Casino on Friday night. Those are free, open to the public and all ages. Join us at 5:30 or live on Facebook. So, all right, Adam, let's get into these fights. First up, we are going to have Chris Craig taking on Jason Stevenson. Chris Craig 1-0 here coming into this fight. Jason Stevenson 3-2 in his last 5, doing pretty well, taking on a very tough wrestler in Chris Craig.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Chris Craig, really good friend of mine. Outside of gym stuff, he's a great dude. He's hilarious. He's got stuff going on outside of the fight world, but the dude hits hard. These are small guys where they fight at flyweight.
Yes,
they're very small guys, but I'm telling you, Chris hits hard. And the thing that's going to be fun about this fight is Jason Stevenson. He's known for his little zombie knockout.
Yeah.
So Chris is a wrestler, but I think this is going to be a little slugfest.
I do too. Yeah, as you said, Chris Craig hits very hard. I mean, I've been hit by him in the training room a couple of times. So how are you playing this one?
I've got to go with Chris Craig. I mean, not only is he my friend, I actually think that he's been off for a little while. He's been getting his personal life, work-wise, stuff like that, kind of in line. And he's hungry. I mean, he's kind of old, but he's
what is
young,
it with you and the
hungry.
old guys today? I mean, that's terrible. It just happens.
Me
It's
and
fine.
the old guys every day.
Yeah, there you go. But, all right, taking Chris Craig there for the win. Next, stepping up, Garrett Wells taking on Kevin Mueller. Two pretty good guys here on the ground. Let's see how that one plays out.
Yeah, so Kevin Mueller, I've gotten to train with him a little bit up at Hit Squad in O'Fallon with Kevin and Ian and those guys up there. And he's very, very long, lanky, and he knows how to use his reach. And I know Garrett's looking to get it on the ground. I mean, he's a jiu-jitsu guy. I think he trains with Zach Lennon.
Mm-hmm.
So the Cavallo out there, and that's you want to keep it off the ground if you're going against a guy like that.
Absolutely, but he is coming off a win over Nick Radka via an ankle lock at Shamrock FC 315. And his last 2 wins have been via submission. So how important is it for Kevin Mueller to stay long and lanky away from him?
It's very important. I mean, it's kind of how we talk about when you train for like a really good wrestler. Obviously, he's going to try to get you to the ground. How he's going to get you to the ground, I don't really know, because he may not have very good wrestling. But I know that you don't want to let him in close. You got to stay long, keep those jabs going, just keep your hands busy. If you're punching, he's not.
This is a tough fight to call, though. How do you have it?
Well, because I have a little connection with Kevin Mueller, I'm going to stick with him. But I think he's got a very tough fight with Garrett Wells. So this is going to be a fun one to call.
Taking Kevin Mueller there. Then we move on to our co-main event of the evening. Now let's take a look at that fight.
co-main event of Shamrock FC 320 is for the fans of stand-up. Saturday, July 13th, live from Ameristar Casino, St. Charles. Veteran striker Daryl Cobb returns to Shamrock FC, and he is looking to put on one of his patented, electrifying performances. But staring at him from across the cage will be Shah Sullivan. Fresh off of a quick finish in his Shamrock FC debut, Sullivan enters the fight with one thing on his mind: destruction. Will the grizzled vet put on one of his classic performances and dominate? Or will the flashy newcomer continue his storm through the Shamrock FC kickboxing ranks? It's Daryl Cobb versus Shah Sullivan.
This is an amazing kickboxing fight here. Daryl Cobb, Bellator veteran, taking on Shah Sullivan, who was able to stop Kevin the Hitman Angle in his first fight here at Shamrock FC. Both of these guys, Cobb, a very seasoned veteran, Shah, one of the rising upstarts in the sport of kickboxing. This is a tough one to call, too.
Yeah, this is going to be a good fight. I think it's Daryl Cobb's going to use his veteran, experience.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of time that being in the cage or being in the ring really does matter.
Yes, but here's the thing. How many times have you kickboxed in a cage?
Right.
So, usually in kickboxing, I've seen Daryl get guys in corners and they don't get out.
Right.
He just starts chopping the legs, throwing good combos, nice punches. He's also got some of those spinning techniques that he can use from Jermaine Andres. They've got traditional martial arts type background. But, knocking out Kevin Angle, there's a very small list of people that have ever done that.
Very much so.
I am not on that list. I've hit him with everything, and I don't think I've ever even stunned him.
No, Kevin truly one of the toughest in the sport, and with Shah taking that win, it was an insane fight. So who are you picking for this one?
I think this one you're going to flip a coin. I like Daryl. I know him. Just had a few conversations with the guy. I've trained with him before in the past. He's a great dude. But man, I think the younger Shah might take it.
All right, going with Shah Sullivan in his second trip to the Shamrock FC cage. And then our main event of the evening, it's two of the biggest trash talkers in the Shamrock FC cage. That would be Ariane Zekti taking on Horacio Escobar. Now let's take a look at this fight.
Ariane Zekti working hard for that rear naked choke. It could be. Yeah, it's under the chin. Forced to tap too tight. Ariane Zekti.
After going 2-0 and closing out 2017 with an electrifying submission win, Ariane Zekti was looking to make a run at the title, but a hand injury kept him out of the cage for over 18 months. But finally, the Albanian one is back, and as usual, he's looking to talk his way into a big fight.
I took a year off, a year and a half off. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna whoop this dude's ass. You're gonna get your ass whooped, and then there's 5-minute rounds and there's 3 of them. What, you think you're not gonna get finished? I'll be the first person to put him away as a professional. Real talk.
After making a successful return to the cage himself at Shamrock FC 313,
Escobar looking to finish. He's got that Kimura in deep. Gets the tap. Horacio Escobar is back.
I'm here to tell you at 135, my name's Ace the Fighter. What the F?
Never one to back down from a scrap, Horacio Escobar is coming to St. Charles to silence the loudmouth Zekti.
If he feels the need to try to fuck with me mentally, there ain't gonna be nothing to hell that I ain't already lived through once. I've done faced death too many times to be worried about what he's gotta say.
Ariane Zekti is the king of Midwestern trash talk. This kid looks to get in his opponent's head the minute the fight's announced. He'll bark at you every chance he gets leading up to the fight, and then he brings that same level of pressure into the cage looking to break his opponent. But this time, he's facing Horacio Escobar, and he just doesn't give a f***. Horacio Escobar is violence. Escobar's looking to finish any chance he gets. It doesn't matter if it's by strikes or by submission.
Who will come out on top and continue marching towards the belt? And who will be sent plummeting down the division rankings?
It's been a long time coming. I've been derailed, denied, delayed, and I feel like this is my time. By the time I'm done this year, you'll know who I am.
Both of these fighters are known to break their opponents' wills.
when I beat you into the ground and just trample over you, everyone in the crowd will be like, God damn, this wasn't even fair.
Hey, I just want to let you know, July 13th, St. Charles, Ameristar. I'm going to come see you, motherfucker. What's up? I'll see you later, biatch.
It's Ariane Zekthi versus Horatio Escobar in the main event of Shamrock FC 320.
Again, the battle of the trash talkers here, and no one does it better than Ariane Zekthi. But Horatio Escobar is just one of those guys who he doesn't care. I mean, you can hit him, you can try to submit him. He keeps coming forward. He says that this little peon in Ariane Zekthi doesn't mean anything to him.
You can't call him a peon when you guys are the same size.
It's true,
so
but
clearly you guys are both little because I am.
Well, you're 6'2", it's different.
I'm bigger than both you little fellas. So here's the thing, though, is Ariane talks the trash, but he can back it up.
Right.
So he's been here at Finney's training, and I've seen him grow. I've seen him get better. And he does not care that I'm 40, 50 pounds heavier than him. He let's go. And he doesn't care. He truly thinks that he's going to put on an example, so to say.
So this one, again, though, goes back to the time off. Ariane Zekthi has not fought since Shamrock FC 300 back in 2017. And Horatio Escobar coming off a win at Shamrock FC 313. So he has had more time in the cage. But Zekthi coming off the injury, the car accident, all of the things that happened to him, he says now he's ready. He says that none of it is going to matter.
It's not going to matter. I can tell you from talking to him, watching him train, seeing how he spars, how he trains, how he just carries himself. He's coming out and he wants to make a statement. He's very serious. He's taking this very serious, and he's talking trash. But when he says that Horatio better watch his mouth, he means that. He said, I want people, when this fight's finished, he wants people to look at him and say, wow.
Yeah, it will be a tough one. Also, this one should be fun at the weigh-ins, and those goes down on Friday night at Ameristar Casino. It's free, all ages, and open to the public. Join us at the Bottleneck Blues Bar for those. So, Adam, who you picking in this one?
I'm going with Ariane, obviously. I actually, I text Ariane. This was years ago, when he was still an amateur, before I knew him. I texted him and said, hey, man, I think I'm a fan of you. I said, I like the way you fight. I like the way you talk. I wish you'd chill out with the potty words. But I just believe that he is the real deal.
Yes. Well, and he's got a tough test in Horatio Escobar. So Adam Sella taking Ariane Zekthi in our main event. And remember, it all goes down this Saturday night at Ameristar Casino in St. Louis, Missouri. Tickets are still available. Get those by going to shamrockfcstore.com. It's going to be a heck of a night of fight, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to call with you, Jeremy.
Yeah, it'll be a great one. Join us, and we'll see you next time right here inside the cage.
Casino for Shamrock Fighting Championships, where tonight the Midwest brightest stars shine as we bring you Shamrock FC 320. Good evening, I am Jeremy Johnson, and tonight my partner, UFC veteran Adam Sella. Adam, what an amazing night of fights.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm excited to be here as a fan. I get to sit front row and see everybody go at it.
Now, let me bring in Shamrock FC Jesse Finney. Now, what a night of fights, Jesse. 320 shows in 21 years.
You're making me feel old, Jeremy, I can tell you what. I guess they turned my mic off because they didn't really want to hear me. But I tell you what, tonight's main event and co-main event will make up all for it.
It will. Now, tonight, our main event will feature Arian Zekti. He'll be taking on Horacio Escobar.
Yeah, Jeremy, Horacio's coming out and he comes forward. That's what I like about this guy. He's got one speed and it's fast.
Now, Horacio Escobar is no slouch, but Arian Zekti making his way back now after an 18-month layoff.
Arian, I saw him in back, and Jeremy, he said to me, Jesse, I will do whatever I want at any time. I am going to finish Horacio in easy fashion tonight.
Now, in our co-main event this evening, it will feature a kickboxing bout of Shah Zulfikari taking on Strikeforce and Bellator veteran Daryl Cobb.
Yeah, guys, Shah is coming out off a big win over a big name here last time he was in St. Louis. He's looking to build that reputation on another big name.
Now, Daryl Cobb, a veteran all the way back to Strikeforce, he looks to stop Shaw tonight.
The only thing, Jeremy, our mics are all screwed up here. I tell you what, Daryl Cobb is going to go one speed, and that is forward. Only time will tell.
It's a tough one, but it's time to get these fights started. Let me send it up to the cage to Joe Parisi to kick us off.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our first competitor of the evening to the cage, Ted Clark.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Shamrock Fighting Championships 320. Jeremy Johnson along tonight with my partner Adam Sella. Coming to the cage, it is Ted Clark by way of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, training by way of Gladiator MMA. Now, Adam, we have an incredible night of fights here. Joining us on Facebook, we welcome you all. Remember to go back and watch the rest of the fights tonight on fight.tv. That is FITE.tv. Ted Clark has a tough one in his opponent tonight in Nate Murray. Now, he is looking, though, to get off first. He has got to make the shots to get in there first.
Yeah, Jeremy, he's going to try to keep this pace at a high pace, which everybody knows cardio is the key, so we got to see if he's going to keep that pace.
Now, he has been training since he was 15 years old, took his first fight at 19 and told me that this camp was all about grappling, and he said that's what's going to win it for me tonight.
Yeah, if you can wrestle and you can dictate where the fight's going to end up, you're going to have an upper hand no matter what.
And his opponent, Nate Murray.
Coming to the cage by way of Cedar Hill, Missouri, it is Nate Murray, who trains at 21st Century MMA. They have produced the likes of Bellator's Justin Lawrence, Rebecca Ruth, a very tough camp there in 21st Century, Adam.
Yeah, Benny Voiles is the head coach and owner down there, and I've known Benny since I started, which was about, let's say, 14 years ago.
A long time ago.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But Benny is one of the best coaches, and you will not find a more he's in there with his fighters, so I guess a more involved coach.
Now, this may be Nate Murray's first trip to the cage, but he has an IKF kickboxing championship under his belt, so let's see how that plays out tonight. As we go to our Supplement Superstore's Tale of the Tape, Nathan Murray, 18 years old, 5'10", 145.2 pounds. Ted Clark, 21 years old, 5'9", 145.2 pounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's opening contest is set for 3 rounds in the Shamrock Fighting Championship Featherweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the Metro by T-Mobile blue corner. A mixed martial artist who stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of Cape Girardeau, Missouri, Ted Clark. Across the cage, his opponent fighting tonight out of the Metro by T-Mobile red corner. This fighter stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in officially 145.2 pounds. Fighting out of Cedar Hill, Missouri, Nate Murray.
Referee Mark Wassam has the call for this contest. Nate Murray in the red tape, Ted Clark in the blue.
Jeremy, I'm going to go ahead and say out of 21st Century, we're going to see some front kicks because those guys are known for those straight line kicks, but as we just see him just throwing some burners on him.
Nate is just teeing off. Nice front teep going to the body. Big overhand
right
shot.
Hand. Nice right hand. Mark's going to step in and stop this fight. Fight's over. Nice win.
What a shot there by Nate Murray in his mixed martial arts debut.
Jeremy, that is probably the best way to come out with a debut that you can. That was not sloppy at all.
No, beautiful crisp punches coming straight through there. Our doctors are going to take a look there at Ted Clark after those punches. As we go to our instant replay, Murray just teeing off here. Referee Mark Wassam sees enough, steps in. Adam, I mean, how much better could that have been as a debut?
That could not be any better as far as the debut goes, because you know he had a little bit of jitters. He's 18 years old. You see what that kid just did at 18 years old? But the thing we didn't see was the initial right hand that spun home, that spun his head around to give me a little tongue-tied here. I was so excited.
What a way to kick off the fight here on Facebook. But again, join us on fight.tv. That is FITE.tv for the entire card. Let's send this one up to the cage to Joe Parisi to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 18 seconds of the very first round, referee Mark Wassam calls a stop to the action, declaring your winner by TKO, Nate Murray.
A huge win for Nate Murray out of 21st Century MMA. No need to show that wrestling prowess that he has. The hands lit it up.
Absolutely. I thought he'd come out with a few more front kicks. They're just kind of known for that down there at 21st Century. But really, you know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see this kid fight again in a couple weeks.
Definitely, because there was no damage taken.
Oh, no. He did everything you're supposed to. He's in shape. He's only 18 years old. I would say try to get him active.
Coming up next, we have more action. We'll be right back right here at Shamrock Fighting Championships.
My name's Ben Lawler. I'm with Tom James Custom Clothiers. We are a global player in the custom clothing industry. We provide a world-class experience by meeting with our clients in the convenience of their home or office. We provide the ultimate fit by measuring each of our clients down to the quarter inch. If you're interested in stepping up your suit game, give us a call or send us an email.
Back at it here at Shamrock Fighting Championships is coming up next. It's Josh Mitchell. He'll be taking on Logan Miller.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the cage, Logan Miller.
Making his mixed martial arts debut out of Victory MMA, it is Logan Miller. Now, he told me for this camp, as we talked, he spent 4 weeks working on the grappling game. He thought that his striking was on par, but he said that my grappling is where I had the most worries coming into this, so he went and he worked the ground game. Adam, how important really is it to focus on things such as that in the pieces?
Well, here's the thing, Jeremy, is back in the day when I started, you could be one-dimensional and get by. You could be successful. Here's the problem now. These guys come up like we just saw an 18-year-old kid who trains everything. You have to be well-rounded. If you're not, you're going to be left behind.
And his opponent, Josh Mitchell.
Coming to the cage by way of Licking, Missouri, it is Josh Mitchell. Now he comes to us by way of Cavallo BJJ. coming off a second-round TKO at Shamrock FC 317. Those down at Cavallo are legit.
Absolutely. At our gym here in Crestwood at Finney's MMA, we've got Ezra Lennon, who is the brother of Zach and Levi, and those guys are all Cavallo Jiu-Jitsu. They're serious when it comes to training and being ready. They're serious.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next contest is set for 3 rounds in the Shamrock Fighting Championships lightweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the Metro by T-Mobile blue corner, a mixed martial artist that stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, official weight 154.2 pounds. Fighting out of Annapolis, Missouri, Logan Miller. Across the cage, his opponent tonight, fighting out of the Metro by T-Mobile red corner. This fighter stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 155.4 pounds. Fighting out of Licking, Missouri, Josh Mitchell.
Referee Dwayne Bess has the call for this fight.
Yeah, Jeremy, I'm excited to see what Logan Miller's going to bring. I heard that on days he couldn't train, he hung the heavy bag up in the barn.
Nothing wrong with hanging the heavy bag.
Oh, no, that's dedication. I like that kind of stuff.
Logan Miller in the blue tape, Josh Mitchell in the red. Big overhand there by Josh.
Yeah, but Logan Miller's got a nice jab on him.
Josh Mitchell looking for an uppercut. Logan Miller coming straight through, though, catches the leg, gets him pinned up against the cage. Now trying to hold him there, landing some damage.
Yeah, Logan's got to be careful not to get in this clinch, get too close, because someone who's a jiu-jitsu guy is going to look to take it down right now, but I don't think they're caring about grappling right now, Jeremy.
No, Mitchell with a big right hand there.
This is where Logan's going to be in some danger. He's got the clinch. He looks like he might have his hands locked. Look for an inside trip right now. Oh, he's going for the outside trip. But if you see, Miller's doing a good job of trying to get that whizzer, that pressure on that underhook that, and now they switch sides. Looks like old school headlock right there.
Nothing like a schoolyard headlock. A lot of pressure here. We see Miller trying to keep Mitchell on the cage. Mitchell, they're trying to work that over-under position, trying to turn him around. Big throw coming, does not happen. They both go for it. Mitchell pinning Logan up against the cage here, trying to drop that head onto the ground.
Yeah, Jeremy, one thing I like to do here when they're on their knees
halfway through the first round, St. Louis mix.
The body right there. I had a coach, Luigi Fioravani. He used to tell me you got to make it a dirty fight, and that's one of the best ways to do it is just start throwing those knees when nobody expects it. Got to watch the neck right here.
Looking for.
He's got the arm and guillotine right here, Jeremy.
He's trying to get to guard with it.
Yeah, and Logan's doing a good job trying to pass that leg. Right now the pressure is off his neck, just the position that they're in. If Mitchell would straighten his back out, lean back, he would put a lot more pressure on that neck.
Yeah, Mitchell trying to roll him over here, getting into full mount with that position.
Yeah, full mount, but he's still got that arm in guillotine, so there's not a lot of pressure on his neck right there, on the throat, I guess you should say.
And actually, Miller's holding on to his arm, trying to roll him over.
And
good move.
He did.
Big hematoma there on Miller's head.
Yeah, he's looking for a triangle right here.
Mitchell trying to throw that triangle.
He's got the triangle position now. Now he's got to go through the steps, get that arm across.
Trying to soften up Logan Miller here.
He's just beating him with like a caveman right there. He's got the triangle. He gets the arm across. This is going to be a solid position. Logan Miller's doing a good job of defending it. He's in danger, though. He's got 10 seconds to try to stay alive here. Thumbs up. He gave the thumb up to
He is fighting hard here. Gave the thumbs up, as Adam said, to Dwayne Bess. A huge hematoma raised here on Logan Miller.
Look at that eyebrow. I don't know your guys' technical terms, but that's a boo-boo.
That is a good hematoma is what that is, Adam.
If you look in the corner of Josh Mitchell, he's got someone that I actually fought, Shell Irwin Davis, very talented in his own right. He beat me at Bellator. I think he TKO'd me in the 3rd round. That is a very good corner to have.
As we take a look here at our instant replay, both guys kind of working for that trip. Over-under position here for Logan Miller. Mitchell has nothing to do with it, kind of goes for the throw himself. Ends up in a good position, works, as I said, raised a huge hematoma on the head of Logan Miller.
I have to say I'm impressed with Logan Miller on making his debut. He looks kind of experienced, a little bit more calm than you would expect. Composed.
Logan Miller in the blue tape, Josh Mitchell in the red.
Jeremy, who do you give that first round to?
I definitely gave that first round to Josh Mitchell. He had enough strikes and worked for the submission positions. That, to me, he had it. But now we see Miller keeping Mitchell in the corner. But
nice
Mitchell is throwing heavy hands, and Logan Miller is stopping those with his chin. Mouthpiece fell out.
Look at these guys just throwing, Jeremy. This is fun.
Great bombs being tossed around here.
The thing is, though, I think both guys' arms are getting a little bit tired, so there's not a whole lot of power on those punches.
Well, we got to talk about punching yourself out. There's been a ton of punches thrown on both sides here.
Yes, and with Logan Miller being his debut, I'm sure he's trained it, but until you actually get in there, it's completely different. The mouthpiece goes back in, but like I was saying, it's completely different. What you don't realize is how the adrenaline dump actually affects you.
You're up, you're going, then all of a sudden, wait a minute, my arms don't move. And that's what gets it after you throw that many punches. Again, Mitchell
nice
just teeing off. Huge right hand out of Mitchell, looking to try to finish.
Nice right hand.
Big spinning back kick to the body. Huge right hand.
Dwayne Best is about to stop this fight.
Logan Miller is rocked.
He is showing how tough he is, though. He's in this fight. Nice right hand from Logan Miller.
Both of these guys just throwing bombs here.
I told you at the beginning of this fight card that I was excited to be here as a fan, and this is why, Jeremy.
Logan Miller giving the thumbs. He's all good there. Two referee Dwayne Best trying to fight those hands now. Mitchell trying to get the takedown again. Locks up the leg, drags him down.
Good job getting into the mat. Now he's going to look for getting that right hook, and he's got his left hook in. I think he's going to try to work to get that right hook in. There he goes. Right here, he's got that rear naked choke position in. I can't see where the arm is, but it looks like it's pretty tight.
Looking to finish, gets the tap.
Nice fight on both guys. I think that Josh Mitchell was a little bit more experienced right there.
But what a fight out of Logan Miller, making his mixed martial arts debut. Fought his heart out there against a very tough Josh Mitchell.
Absolutely. If you look at Logan Miller, he looks like he was in a fight today.
That hematoma on Logan Miller tells the story of this fight. Big back and forth hand, sets up the rear naked choke here. We see hooks get in, starts the crank. Referee Dwayne Best stops the contest on the tap.
As soon as he got both hooks in, that fight was over. I think fatigue, and these guys were trading for almost 2 rounds right there.
Again, thank you very much for joining us here on Facebook. Remember to check us out on fight.tv. That is FITE.tv. Let's send this one up to the cage to Joe Parisi to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, a rear naked choke seals the deal at 2 minutes, 13 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by submission, Josh Mitchell.
Josh Mitchell, I mean, like a rabid dog there, Adam, just going after Logan Miller, taking the win via rear naked choke.
Oh yeah, they're both going to feel that one in the morning. Great fight by both guys. I hope we're in store for that the rest of the night.
Big fights. Remember to join us on Fight TV. Thank you very much for joining us on Facebook, and we'll be right back right after this.
Hi, I'm